What is up, Las Vegas fans? I'm Jamie.
I'm Ashley.
And on today's edition of Vegas Valuations, something a little different. We're talking about our perfect day in Vegas. As mentioned, something a little different than your typical Vegas valuation. Don't worry, we've got more of those coming down the pike. In fact, we took a bit of a break for months. We took an extended break.
I still think it's so weird that it's down the pike.
Anyway, you've just derailed the show literally 30 seconds in. As mentioned, we do have some Vegas valuations coming down the road, the avenue, whatever.
The Pike.
The Pike. It's not the pipe. It is the Pike. But we figured we'd do something a little different today. Mind the toque, by the way. It is minus 20, well, it was Celsius, minus 29. And
not in our house. Though.
No, not in our house. But I can't get my internal temperature, like my core temperature, I can't warm up, man. Like, I've just been so cold during this cold snap. And then I'm getting pictures of Vegas Legacy in Vegas as we speak, as we record. And it's T-shirt weather there.
That just gave me goosebumps.
They're wearing shorts, T-shirts. He said it's a little windy. I wanted to punch him through my phone. It's minus 29, bro. Okay, let's get to it. I had this idea that I wanted to talk about what would be our perfect day in Vegas. How do you surmise a perfect day? Well, okay, let's do it this way. We're each going to pick our top 5 things that we would like to do on our perfect day in Vegas. But the top 5 have to coincide with categories, I think. Otherwise, it could be a little bit of a mishmash. So these categories are your hotel. Where would you stay on your perfect day in Vegas? 1 show, 1 meal, a random experience, and finally, what casino would you end the night in, gambling away and hopefully winning some big bucks? We have not talked to each other about what our respective lists are, but this will be our perfect day in Vegas based on those 5 things. Here's the caveat. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What?
I have a question. Should we do breakfast and supper?
Nope.
Oh.
1 meal. You pick 1 meal. That's it.
Okay.
The caveat is these are things that we have done. They may not be things that we have done an episode of Vegas Valuations on, but these are things that we have done. Any more questions?
No.
Any more comments?
No, I don't
Any
know
more
what you
concerns?
get to pick, but
Because it's my idea. That's why you come up with your idea and then you pitch it back to me. That's the way it goes.
I want to pick breakfast and supper.
Tough luck. Top 5 perfect day in Vegas. Top 6 doesn't have the same ring to it. Okay, so we're going to start with the hotel. Your perfect day in Vegas means you're staying at what hotel?
I go first.
I mean, well, who cares?
Okay. Well, my perfect hotel would be Cosmo.
Okay, I think we should get a little bit more in depth. Do you have a perfect room?
I like the Terrace room.
The Terrace room.
With the Japanese soaking tub.
We've had a lot of requests because people got wind, whether it was on X or on Instagram or even in some of the YouTube comments, asking when we were going to do a Vegas Valuations on our stay at Cosmo. Don't worry, it's coming and it's coming soon, but we'll roll a little bit of footage of the room. And I'm going to say I don't disagree at all. That would I knew this was going to happen right out of the gates. We were going to have the same room. We've stayed at a whole list of hotels, from Flamingo to Mirage to Bellagio to Luxor, Excalibur, Mandalay Bay, New York, New York. The list goes on and on. Aria, obviously. But to me, there is something outstanding about the balconies at Cosmo. There is something so beautiful about walking out onto the strip or walking out onto your balcony and getting the views of the strip before you go to bed. Where else in the world are you going to get that type of show? I don't disagree. Whatever the actual name is, I think it's like the Terrace Studio Suite or something along those lines. It is the one with the Japanese soaking tub. That is both of our favorite room or would be in our top 5 perfect day hotel Cosmo. And we're not going to do a full Vegas Valuations episode on this right now, but the Cosmo as a resort, as a casino, man, it's tough to beat in terms of where we've done. Okay, so up next, hopefully it gets a little bit more contentious than this. It may be pretty boring. Would be the show.
It's your turn to go first.
My turn to go first.
I'm interested.
This individual has since moved resorts.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you know what I'm talking about just yet.
I do.
We've seen several shows where they have moved resorts.
Pretty sure I know.
This individual has since moved resorts, no longer at the place that we saw them originally, but still, I think it is the best show I have ever seen in Las Vegas, and I am a big old magic nerd. If you're so smart, what am I talking about?
Shinlim?
Wrong!
Ooh.
I am talking about David Blaine.
Oh.
When we saw David Blaine, he was at Resorts World. I want to say he's at Wynn now. I think that's where he's at. An incredible performance. If you're going, you're in store for a treat. Okay, your show.
What do you think?
Absinthe.
Oh my god!
I think it's Absinthe.
Yeah, it is.
I debated a little bit about Absinthe, but it's a great show.
It's one of my favorites. I like the adult content in it. I thought it was pretty funny.
Very vulgar.
Yeah.
I would be really reluctant about sitting near the front because it seems like those poor people get picked on quite a bit.
Yeah.
The drinks there were amazing. Some of the best themed drinks I've ever had at a show. The vibes are incredible when you walk into the little courtyard before going in. This show really does have it all. So it's tough to argue with. Okay, so our top 5 boils down like this. In terms of our favorite hotels to make the perfect day in Vegas, we've both selected the Terrace Studio Room. That's what we're going to call it for the sake of the video because we don't have it in front of us. At Cosmo, our shows are, mine's David Blaine, and I believe he's at Wynn now. Yours is Absinthe, which
At
of course,
Caesars.
outside of Caesars. All right, it's your turn to go first. And up next is The Meal.
Okay, I'm having a really tough time with this one. I'm gonna have to go with breakfast at the Henry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Breakfast at the Henry over all of the supper meals we've ever had in Las
I
Vegas.
don't know. I had a really tough time. Like that's why I wanted to do a breakfast and a supper.
I can't believe you're going with breakfast. People are going to be disappointed. What would be what were we? Okay, this doesn't make the list. But what were you debating against?
Lemongrass.
My meal, and this is going to be disappointing for the viewers because they're like, really, 2 breakfasts? But if you watch our vlogs, if you follow our content, you know the perfect day in Vegas starts at Alexxa's. You got the patio seating. You got the Cinnarroll waffles. You got 7 or 8 bottomless mimosas. And you are set for the day.
No.
For the day, you're good. You have
a nap.
Yeah, you gotta have a nap. You gotta power nap. But that to me is the perfect start to a Vegas day. It's typically one of the first things we do right out of the gates within the first day. I actually really missed it because we were so dedicated to getting to gold, go watch our last vlog, that we didn't eat at Alexxa's. We didn't celebrate the fact that we were in Vegas with bottomless mimosas until like day 4. And it threw my mojo off. In fact,
I didn't because we were at the Henry a couple of days.
And Henry's good, but I blame not going to Alexxa's right out of the gate as to my terrible luck in Vegas. I mixed up the mojo. We're never doing that again. Okay, so there you go. Those are our meals. If I had to pick, I won't pick lemongrass, but if I had to pick a supper, it's not going to make the top 5 list. I will say that it would be Red Rock. What's the name? Lotus at Siam. Fantastic.
Oh, I thought we were doing on the Strip.
No, I didn't say on the Strip. I said Vegas. It doesn't matter. You picked the Henry unless you would like to switch it up now. It's not too late.
No, I still enjoy the Henry. We've been to Lotus of Siam once.
Yeah,
I would
really
go back.
Good. Yeah, totally.
I loved it.
Yeah,
but
fantastic. All right, that's enough. By the way, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, because if you're intrigued by some of the things we've talked about, we've already done a Vegas valuation on Alexxas. But we're going to be doing Vegas valuations on all the things we're talking about today. It's just a matter of when we eventually get to them. And sometimes we like to mix it up with fun stuff like this. Okay, up next is an experience. And we've done a lot of experiences, whether it was back when they had it, the Secret Garden at Mirage. We went to the Lion Habitat Ranch. We've done the stupid flyover thing. We sat and rated a TV show at the CBS studios in MGM Grand. You name it.
Stupid.
It was really bad. That would never top this list. But you name it, chances are we've done it. In terms of my experience, and this is one that I definitely was going back and forth on, I'm embarrassed to say it. And actually, Sean, ATX Vegas fan, I hope I'm getting I'll throw it up. I'll throw the Twitter head. Sean and I go back and forth. We had a real great hangout with him in Vegas recently. Sean and I were going back and forth on X. A Vegas trip, and if this is just a one-day trip, is not complete for me without a stop at the M&M store.
Oh.
And I call it an experience. It's not shopping. There's 4 floors. Look.
We literally have to go to M&M every time we go.
I'll roll the footage. Just coming back from the last trip, I'm not ashamed to say that I bought close to $100 US in M&Ms. We don't get these flavors in Canada. So when we go down there, I get one of those big bags. I walk up to the counter, typically feeling slightly embarrassed because, are these all for you? No, I got kids. I don't share it. I'm not sharing that shit. Those are my M&Ms. I tell the staff that I'm sharing them so I don't look like such a glutton. But that would be my experience. I have to do it every time I go, look, I got the mug. Go ahead. What would be your experience in your top 5 perfect day in Vegas?
It was tough because I feel like I can't remember everything that we've done. But I really enjoyed the Illuminarium experience.
Ah, yes, Area 15.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool experience if you're looking for something off strip, something to kill a chunk of the afternoon. They do have some cool stuff going on in the evenings as well. We've never really partaken in that stuff.
No.
Ironically, one of the main reasons why people were going to Area 15 was that Meow Wolf, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
We've never done that.
No.
Can't really justify the price every time I
do want to do it,
Me
though.
too. Eventually we'll get there, but the Illuminarium, they actually have a very good barbecue restaurant there that we ate at.
Yeah, I can't
Fantastic.
remember what it was called, but it was really good.
Yeah. Oh, and it's no longer there, but the Lost Spirits Distillery, that was all sort of connected in the same general area. And big things are planned for Area 15 this year. Some huge renovations and huge exhibits coming down the pike, but coming down the road, coming down the avenue, whatever. But that's good.
Coming down the pipe?
Pike.
Oh.
That's a good call. Yeah, that's a very good call. Yeah. Second, just very quickly, and I know it's cheesy. I know it's a touristy thing. And after, X number of trips, like plus 20 trips that we've gone on in a very short period of time, I still don't hate Madame Tussauds.
I like Madame Tussauds.
I put Madame Tussauds, I would definitely do that over like the Link thing again, like the big wheel.
Yeah, no. High roller.
High roller. The Paris, you had to leave the observation deck at the Paris day. She couldn't take it. The Strat, all that stuff.
Yeah, if you're afraid of heights, do not do the Eiffel Tower.
You can feel it moving.
Oh my gosh, it's terrifying.
All right, and finally, to wrap up our perfect day in our top 5 day in Vegas, what casino we're going to end up in gambling away all of our kids' college money? Go ahead.
I go. What do you think?
That's the way it's been going. What do I think?
Yeah.
What do I think your favorite casino is? Cosmo.
Really?
That's what I think.
Well, I would have to pick New York, New York.
Really?
Yeah. I really do like New York, New York.
She's going with New York for one reason only, folks. Because after about 20 minutes of gambling, she looks over at me and she says, hey, well, I'm going to go make my way upstairs for a massage. They've got like that little weird massage corner at the top of the escalator. They know her by name. They know her by name. She's got a VIP card. She loves them, but you actually like the casino?
I do, yeah.
This one was tough for me.
It is a tough one.
This one was a really, really tough one. But I'm going to have to say, and you know, there's that saying, you never forget your first, right? You know what I'm talking about. You never forget your first hand pay. And ever since,
I thought you were about to say something else. I'm like, excuse me.
Ever since we got that hand pay at Excalibur, I've always been drawn to the vibes of the casino at the Excalibur. It's just got a very cool energy. It's a cool energy without feeling stuffy. You know, if you want to be gambling in there and shorts and a t-shirt and a pair of flip-flops like Cousin Eddie from Vegas Vacation, God bless you. You're welcome. If you want to be in a suit, God bless you. You're welcome. You want to be in a ballroom gown, fine. You know, whatever. Tank top. I like the energy. I like the vibes. And I like the fact that, at least according to my win-loss record, I do okay at Excalibur. But that would be probably the casino. It was a toss-up between this one and actually, if I could go back for the perfect day, I'll tell you right now, it would be Mirage. I loved that casino. So that's it. That's the perfect day. All right, very quick recap. Hotel.
Cosmo.
What was the next thing on the list? Sorry. Show.
Absinthe.
Meal.
The Henry.
Experience.
Illuminarium.
Casino.
New York, New York.
For me, it was Cosmo. The show was David Blaine. Now at Win, I believe. The meal, bottomless mimosas, cinnamon roll waffle. That's my order at Alexxa's. On the patio, though, that's the stipulation. The experience is the M&M store, and the casino is the Excalibur. Don't forget to, if you like our vibe,
Like and subscribe.
good job.
I kind of fumbled a
A
little.
little.
What is up, Las Vegas fans? Hey, if you enjoyed watching that video, it would mean the world to Ashley and I. If you hit subscribe, if you hit like, if you shared some of the content, we would really appreciate it.